But right now, I want to go ahead and tackle some characters that are a little underrated. I'm talking about 4 characters I personally feel can do some damage. Not necessarily win the event, but hold it down and maybe make some surprises. We're going to go inside the venue, find 4 of my fellow casters, and we're going to go ahead and get their opinions on them. So let's go ahead and get to it. So Gunblade, tell me the truth, man. Ganondorf, heavily underrated, slept on, all that stuff. Do you think there's some potential right there?
I think there's a stigma right now of Ganon's kind of like a fun character for me to play. So people are like, oh, I play him, but he's bad. The thing about him is it's kind of like a Pikachu or a Greninja. He's a hard character to play. To get the most out of him, a lot of it's cornering people and things like that. These are kind of key fundamentals that people don't necessarily understand. So they just associate oh, I can't just run up and hit someone, he's too slow. Well,
just like write him off. Like
yeah. Hitboxes are crazy, big, all of his aerials are good.
He does a lot of damage.
He does a lot of damage for sure, and an amazing mix-up game, especially with his command grab. And he can edge guard too, and his recovery's not that bad. That's a big misconception too. Ganon's recovery vertically is very good. It's basically a grab in itself, and at the end of it, it has a hitbox that can go through the stage, his hand coming up. And if your tech game is on point, you could potentially get a big hit or that flame choke, get a kill, man. The thing about him is, I think most Ganon mains just put the time into him because they love the character. You know, it's all up to what's your goal in the tournament. You want to have fun, you want to represent a character, cool, Ganon, you can go that route. If you want to win a tournament, if you win a tournament with Ganondorf, you nice.
I know you play a lot of Shulk. What is your opinion right now on that character? Do you think he has a chance?
I think, okay, to win the tournament?
Calm down, okay? maybe make a run at a solid top 16. You know, let's be a little realistic here. But yeah.
I feel like Shulk has some untapped potential. Obviously, there's a lot of naysayers out there that say he's a bad character. He's bottom tier. There's no growth for him. But the Shulk Discord themselves, like, grow so hard on this character. They research so much stuff. Like they just found a new tech, the Shadow Eye frame, which is like where you short hop up air at a shield, and then when you land back down on the ground, you push down B. You're invincible throughout the entire counter, so you can't get punished. Like they're just discovering all of this new stuff you can do with the character, and it's just waiting for it's such technical stuff, so you're just waiting for the right player to get the hold of it, such as like Kome or Nico. Thing is, if you get the wrong read with Shulk, Shulk's such a read-heavy character. His frames come out so slow, so you have to rely, like, if I go up tilt right now, this has to hit, or I'm gonna get punished hardcore. There's no safe like Diddy Kong down tilt, or Sheik Needles, or forward tilt, I feel like it's really hard to solo pure main Shulk. Like, you need, like, a secondary to go, like, actually take him far. For instance, Cloud's actually a really good secondary, even though he's, like, people say Shulk is the British Cloud, Like, he's the discount Cloud.
I mean, he does have a sword, so.
Yeah, the discount limit breaks. Yeah.
Lucina, my man DC, waifu specialist here, loves that character. Plays her at a pretty good level as well, for a commentator that is. But DC, tell me, what do you think about Lucina in general? Do you think she has the potential to cause a few waves?
I think Lucina is on the come up, just the same way we saw like an upsurge of Marth players starting with Leo. Not necessarily starting with Leo, but I feel like Leo like kind of led the charge on that. Even though we see Fuwa coming all the way from Japan, she's busted out her Lucina in doubles on more than one occasion, and her Lucina's honestly, I think Lucina's a great character in doubles, as well as singles. But I think we're gonna see her in doubles a lot more often. We saw Nairo busting her out. We've seen even some other players like randomly pull out Lucina that you really wouldn't expect to see, and have a lot of success with that character. So I think she's going to have her own upsurgence. I think we're going to see a lot more Lucina play as the meta progresses, and just like as more stuff is discovered from Marth, we're going to see the same thing with Lucina because they're essentially the same character.
Do you think Wii Fit still has some potential?
Oh, of course. I mean, there's always like little things she can do to kind of like throw her opponent off. Most of her potential kind of lies in the fact that she's a super underplayed character. There's like 3 or 4 good Wii Fit trainers in the world, basically. She has great projectiles. She has pretty decent frame data, maybe not as hitboxes, right, but frame data is pretty decent. Amazing recovery and things like that. So it's a really hard time to Gimper. And I feel like with that being said, a lot of people don't really expect to like die to her as quick as they do. Like she has amazing smashes. I mean, they're kind of hard to hit, but like they hit, we're pretty much out of there. So, I think she's got a little something left in the tank. I don't think anyone's going to be taking any tournaments with it by any means, but like Weef in the top 8 had a pretty good tournament. I can see that. Her real problem as a character altogether is just short characters. So, you know, Pikachu's, Kirby's, the Diddy's at time, they all cause a problem for her, but she still has decent matchups against some of the other top tiers in the game. That you kind of think like, all right, maybe she can, maybe we can sneak one into the top 16 at some point in time. Now, who we're going to sneak in the top 16, that's up to you.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 4 commentators, 4 characters, and 4 opinions to kind of wrap things up on the characters I think could make a wave. Again, we're not talking about winning any nationals anytime soon, but maybe as a nice side pocket character, perhaps something that would just sneak into the top 8, top 16, something around that area. Those are the characters that I would bet on. Would love to hear what you guys think. That's my take on it. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.